No.
It's creepy.
Hey everybody, how are ya? It's us. We're back.
We're here again, once again.
The show.
Yeah, we're gonna open a show and say hi.
We'll tell you what this show. We actually have an interview today. I think. I don't know. I think. I don't. Are we? Is the guest supposed to actually be here?
No,
I don't even know.
I think we're supposed to be getting a call from them, but they didn't specify when.
No, I don't know. But anyway, it might have, might not. Anyway,
Okay.
We'll just, if it does, it does.
Great. And if it doesn't,
I guess they'll just knock on the door.
oh, okay, they could do that.
And I'm not totally sure who it is. I know we had a complaint about something on the show.
So you just want some complainer to come knock on your door?
Well, there was like it's an executive of some. I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay. I heard
bigwig
and kind of set it up through
the
I don't know, the secretary, the agent, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyway.
All right.
So we'll see what happens. So we have a special it's not even a beer. We have a special kind of live beer review today. And
we have a malt beverage live review today.
Yeah, so speaking of malt beverage, you know, when we did the a couple of weeks ago when I drank an entire 6-pack in an hour.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's crazy.
So I remembered when I was in college. And the first time I got drunk, I drank, first of all, I was drinking Lowenbrau.
Right. You mentioned
and
that.
I was trying to find that. Couldn't find it. But then I found Mickey's Barrel Beer. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
That was what I drank after the Lowenbrau ran out. Somebody brought that.
Mickey's.
Larry Fokenay.
Fokenay.
That's who brought it. I drank all of Larry Fokenay's beer. Yeah, wonder what happened to that guy.
I remember it because I had Mickey Thompson's on my truck at the time. Mm-hmm. Those are tires, by the way.
Okay.
And so people used to always bring over Mickey's.
Well, the reason I mentioned that is because I was going to get some of that, and when I looked, it says malt beverage. It's
a lot of beers do say malt beverage because it is a malted beverage.
Is it a big difference though?
I don't.
What's the difference in malt liquor and like malt beverage? Is there really I don't know what a malt liquor is, but I heard it my whole life.
Colt 45 malt liquor.
Yeah,
but that's just a malted beverage.
Billy D. Williams used to advertise.
It's just It's just
I don't know what it is.
Malted beverage.
Does it taste like beer?
Yeah.
We should do that on the show.
No.
Why?
Ew.
I've never had one.
No.
What we're having today is also something I've never had, but apparently you have.
I have. So let me set the stage, if you will.
Because I have a little disclaimer too, but go ahead.
I stopped at 2 stores.
Yes, 2.
On my way here today. Mm-hmm. 2. Count them. 1. 2. Okay. Sorry. I stopped at 2 stores today on my way here, and my one goal, or my one job, I should say, was to pick up beer. Okay. And I didn't.
You forgot.
I forgot. I totally spaced it. I brought you an entire magnum of gin.
Oh, really? What kind of gin?
Just the Amsterdam stuff that I always bring because I'm the one that's going to drink
it.
That's
good, though. That's good.
Yeah. And then I picked up my prescriptions, and I picked up something for myself, and then I got here, and I was like, dang it, I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, and you forgot the beer.
I forgot the beer.
But you did have this, and this is today. Tell us, Carol, what we're going to be drinking today.
Oh, now I'm a Carol. Okay, it's Smirnoff Ice.
And you laughed at me for drinking Bud Light.
Well, this is what I drink in the morning for breakfast.
You know...
I shouldn't have said that out loud.
No.
I should not have said that out loud.
Your doctor and I might want to have a talk with you. So I have never had this because this is the original flavor. I have had this in the grape flavor, which is pretty darn good. It tastes like spiked Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I like it. I don't know what this would taste like. Now, I will say it's in a clear bottle. It's kind of cloudy. It looks a little bit like lemonade.
It tastes a little bit like lemonade.
Does it?
And it's not. It doesn't require an opener. It's a twist off.
Is it?
It is.
The cheap stuff today.
Hey, man, breakfast doesn't have to be expensive. Just good for you.
Okay. You smell it.
Smell it. Give it a sniff.
It smells like a Sprite.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's going to taste like.
Like
now,
Sprite.
Just so you know, our live drink review, it's normally a live beer review, is just something we've never drank on the show before. Doesn't mean we've never necessarily drank it before.
You're right. It tastes a lot like a Sprite. Little tiny bit of a kick, but I can't taste a lot of alcohol.
It's not. I don't know if it's... what glasses? Do I have glasses? I have glasses. It's probably around 5% alcohol, but 4.5. I can't read that.
Okay, I like it.
It is good. It's yummy.
We'll see how it goes.
It's refreshing. It's refreshing.
All right.
So that's what I've got now.
Kind of same. So here's my deal with the live beer review. So normally, and there's so many beers out there, we could do a beer every show. We've been doing this since the Life in a Kill podcast in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. We've been podcasting 6 years now. 6 years. Should I say it again?
Wow.
Yeah, I can't even believe it. And we have no audience to show for it, pretty much. So podcasting for 6 years. And I don't think, certainly not on purpose, and we might have accidentally repeated a beer maybe twice or something.
Maybe. But we were skeptical to begin with.
Yeah.
So.
And like we have, like Guinness, we've drank different types of Guinness. We've definitely doubled up on different breweries and stuff. But so we've actually had cocktails a couple times on the show.
Yes.
But I don't like to review the cocktails because cocktails are very subjective and it depends on how people make them. Even if you have the recipe and you're following the recipe exact, cocktails are going to taste different. When we do the live beer review, the purpose is that someone could go and get that exact same beer, and we're hoping that we can kind of tell them what it's going to taste like. And so in the case of this Smirnoff Ice, it's kind of like the beer in that
it comes in a bottle.
It's the same thing if you're going to buy it in Colorado or if you're going to buy it in Florida.
I think so.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. So I'm okay with doing this. I think we did Twisted Tea one time on the show, which, by the way, bad.
It was awful.
I don't think I think I gave it a half.
You might have.
So bad.
Like a 0.5.
And this is actually better. But yeah, so things like that someone could just go pick up in the store.
Those are the kinds of things we like to review so that you have an idea of what you're going to get.
Sure. But if you're going to make it yourself at home. Now, didn't we review that concoction that Mike Faber brought? He brought us
a concoction called apple pie.
Yeah, that was good stuff. We need fall to happen again and have him to come back and bring some more.
Speaking of Mike Faber, I got to hang out with him and his wife some group of friends, and we did a game night.
Really?
Up in Roswell.
Jess going to be on the show again? He needs to come back.
I think I did.
He's like our only guest that we ever had.
Probably.
Except today. Maybe it's him.
No, I did say that he had to come back for the God Show. Yeah, and he said he's looking forward to that.
Yeah, he wants to do that.
Yeah. But I saw his entire menorah collection.
Oh, that's probably
There's
a sight
a lot.
to behold.
And then I saw his Funko Pop collection.
Probably more so.
Way more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like walls and walls and walls of them.
We'll have to have him to come on and talk. By the way, if you don't know, Mike Faber is he's the co-founder of the ESO Network.
Yes, the ESO Network, and they have
so many podcasts.
Well, they have a bunch of podcasts, but they have the Earth Station 1, which is where you get ESO from, and then they have the Earth Station Who, which I've been on. A few times.
Yeah.
And then they have several other podcasts that other people do and put out. And then and ESO Network actually distributes them.
When we did the Life in a Kill podcast, we were on their network for a while, which is how we got to meet them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool
and
people.
I didn't know this, but it was on Judy's birthday that I was at their house.
Very cool.
Yeah. And of course, she's like, I don't want it to be a birthday party. Guess what it turned into?
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. But it was a good time. So that's what's been going on with me. What's been going on with you?
Not much. It's just so hot. Freaking hot.
Yeah.
I think it's that way everywhere. I think everybody understands, it's just really, really steamy.
People used to laugh at me when I would tell them that I could smell that it was going to snow when I lived in Alaska.
I think I could relate to that.
Okay. So relate to the smell or the laughing?
No, the snow.
Okay.
The smell, yeah.
Okay. So this morning when I walked outside, or maybe
You didn't smell snow.
No, I did not.
No way.
Or maybe it was this afternoon. It just smells hot.
Yeah.
Do you know that smell?
Sure. Yeah.
It smells like everything is burning to the ground.
Yeah. I grew up in the South. Sure.
Yeah. You know the smell of hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never really kind of recognized that. I always thought it was me, but it's the smell of heat.
Yeah. I remember growing up, we did not have air conditioning in the house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I didn't know what I was missing. And so I mean, that's the way Southerners grew up for years. So I can remember when I was a kid growing up, sleeping in the middle of the bed, no sheets, no anything, and just like
spread eagle.
Yeah. And I did have a ceiling fan or maybe a box fan or something. And that's how I slept. And I was fine. The windows open, which I could not survive like that now.
No, I can't either. I have a fan, 2 fans. Actually, if you count the ceiling fan, 3 fans going in my bedroom at night, and I keep my house at 68 degrees.
Yeah.
So, no, it's 90. It was 98 today.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, I think, 101 next week.
And you just do it until it quits. I mean, eventually it's cool.
Eventually it'll get cold.
Can you believe it though? We're almost done with June. And then we got July, August, September, 3 months of summer. And what is it? Halloween.
I still don't have AC in my car, but
3 months
three
from
months.
now it's Halloween.
Oh.
Throw some stones.
Okay.
We're going to play Would You Rather, a little game that we play every show. And this means that you throw a stone, and the color of the stone that drops, I'm seeing yellow, vision of yellow, is going to be what we ask. And it's not yellow. It's going to be...
It landed on yellow, but
yes,
it's a purple stone. Yeah.
It's food and ingestion is the class of question which I'm going to be asking
The
you.
category.
The category. All right, so food and ingestion. Would you rather be forced to drink a cup of Worcestershire sauce
I wouldn't mind that.
with a cockroach in it? Or a cup of ketchup with floating rat hairs?
I'll go with ketchup.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
That's not...
You've owned a rat. You've probably ingested their hairs before.
I used to let my rat clean my teeth.
Oh, get out.
I would let her put her mouth
Stop.
or her face in my mouth,
I can't even.
and she would lick my molars.
Why didn't you tell me that before I met you?
You knew that. I told
No,
you
I
that
did
before.
not. I
Yes,
have never
did.
heard that before, ever.
Her name was Sadie. She was a white rat. She had pink eyes. And
That's
sometimes...
the nastiest thing I've ever heard.
No.
No,
she
I don't
was a
want to hear
clean-
more.
She was
No,
clean.
don't try to top yourself.
All right, it's your turn.
God dang, that's just nasty. All right.
It's not, though. It was helpful. It was like a water pick.
Oh, I'm feeling red. Feeling red. Hot red.
It's purple.
Same thing. It's a 2 purple show.
All right.
Food
This
ingestion.
purple question is, would you rather have to pick what you eat out of the garbage?
I've done that.
Haven't we all?
Wait a minute. Like the literal garbage. What does that mean? Like the garbage can, garbage bag, or dumpster?
It
or,
doesn't specify.
What if it's just food that's going to be thrown away that hasn't quite been thrown away yet?
It says from the garbage.
Okay.
Out of the garbage. Or eat just what's left on the trays at an old folks' home.
What is wrong with the old folks' home? I'm an
Nothing.
old folks. What is this?
Well, we already didn't we have a question like this very similar last
Maybe.
week when it was like, would you eat the food off of like what the busboy brings in or whatever?
Yeah,
it was.
because I said I've done that plenty of times. Yeah.
What's the difference between eating off of somebody else's plate?
I don't know. Maybe they chew it and then spit it back out. I don't know. But I will chew. I'll pick the old folks' home because at least there's a chance that it's not yet garbage.
Right.
So I'll
right.
pick that one.
I have another question for you, and this is
yeah.
a fun one.
Okay.
If you could have, without the threat of bodily harm, and if you had enough space, and you could have any animal in the world as a pet, what would you choose?
So when I was a kid, I wanted an orangutan, and I think I would pick that.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, that would be my choice.
My choice was a Kodiak bear.
Oh, okay.
But then the question changed, and it went to even including mythical creatures.
Oh, probably the same.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay, I went with a chimera.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a creature with a lion's head, a goat's body, and a dragon's tail.
Why would you want that?
Because it's cool.
No, not necessarily.
Chimeras are cool.
Sounds dangerous.
I told you, no threat of bodily harm.
Okay.
And you had enough space for them.
I just don't understand why you would want it. What are you going to do with it?
Pet
You going to go out
it.
and run? You can walk it?
Pet it? Yeah, I might put a leash on it.
Okay. I like I still would go with the orangutan. I was obsessed with orangutans for a while when I was a kid.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
I love it.
They're very peaceful. They're vegetarian. They're quiet. Like chimps are assholes. They'll rip your face off.
Well, not only that, they'll also masturbate and throw it at you, or they'll shit in their hand and throw it at you.
Well, my wife does that. I mean, that's how on our wedding night, that's how she got me to leave her alone. So I'm used to it. But
I think you broke me.
sorry. But orangutans are just so peaceful, and they're like, just like these Zen grandfathers and stuff. I don't know. They're kind of cool. I like them.
And they got big round faces.
Yeah, orange.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're not always the most attractive in the ape family, but still, I just like personality. They're kind of cool. I discovered something today, and I'm very concerned about it.
What?
So, all right, I had a big birthday this year.
You turned 6.
That's crazy, but yes, I did.
Yes.
So I'm very concerned about, as you might imagine, aging and the aging process and things. So I never thought about this, but suddenly I realized, what if I need a cane to walk?
Then go get a cane.
They don't make canes for tall people. That's my point. I'm 6'5". You don't see a whole lot of 6'5" old people. Well, I mean, what do I do? All canes are going to be normal size.
Order one.
They're just not going to fit.
Make one.
Like my grandfather, my entire life that I knew my grandfather, he used a walker. He had to walk with a walker.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. They don't make them tall enough for tall people.
They're adjustable.
Not that high, though. That's the thing.
Okay, think about what Gandalf had to walk with.
Well, he probably had a lot of the hobbits. I almost said the elves. The hobbits.
No, the elves would have never. Well,
Right.
They might have.
Yeah, they could.
They were friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'd had a lot of carvings and stuff. But no, the hobbits probably made his cane. I'm guessing they did. I don't know. What was Gandalf? What was his? I mean, he wasn't a hobbit. He wasn't an elf. What was he? He was
a
wizard.
Yes, thank you.
But is that a classification?
I don't think so. But he wasn't human.
They had the dwarves. They had the dwarves and trolls.
They had dwarves.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had the dwarves. Mm-hmm. They had the elves. They had the hobbits.
Right.
They had, and people are laughing at us right now.
Well, they also had people.
They did have humans, yes. Because Aragorn,
the orcs,
and the orcs.
Yes.
Gandalf was none of those things.
Right, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. What was his classification?
I don't know if he was called a giant.
He wasn't a human,
but he was very, very tall.
He was very tall. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm going to have to go back and read again.
All of our Middle-earth people are going to be like writing us letters, which is great.
At least we'll hear from them.
thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. Tell us how dumb we are.
Please.
Yeah, I love those movies. I need to watch them again. I'm afraid I would be disappointed, though.
No, you won't.
I'm afraid they didn't age well.
No, they did.
You think they did?
Yeah.
Because usually, I remember when I saw Empire Strikes Back in the theater.
Okay, but
and it was
that's
just watching.
fiction.
I know, but I'm just saying, just watching it, and I was so impressed with the special effects. And now you watch it, and you're like, God, that's old.
Yeah,
old.
but
you could tell how they do it. It's like they green screened it, Some things they might have like a little green halo around them, and you're like, I didn't notice that back then. So that's what I'm afraid of. I'll watch Lord of the Rings now, and I'll be like, oh, because I do that. Do you do like the crowd scenes? And I don't mean just a little bit of crowds. I mean like the huge big battle scenes that they have.
Yeah.
And they're usually panned away, and that they do it with CGI. So I always try to focus on one single little tiny person, and you could tell sometimes the person doesn't even complete an action, and you're like, okay, they just got lazy there.
Do you know the best, in my personal opinion, and if you want to write letters, please do. Again, it's thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. That one of my favorite scenes ever was from an episode of Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
Where there's a big fight in space between the Cylons and the good guys.
Okay.
And it's so well done. There's even today, if I watch it again today, you can't tell. It looks real.
Yeah.
It looks real. But I'll tell you, The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I've watched them several times, and even as they age, and even as I watch them as I get older, and I know the story, so I don't have to pay as much attention to that, and I can start paying attention to the movie itself.
Okay.
I think they've aged great.
Okay. Well, I need to do it. I just need to do like a marathon to watch them all.
Yeah.
That would take a long time, but I'd like to do that.
It's only 6 movies.
I know that. So Braveheart might still be my favorite movie. I don't know. I always feel like movies don't age well. Most all movies don't. Even if they're good, even if they're your favorite, you watch them. They get a little tattered. You kind of see. It's like I watch Mel and I'm like, okay, those are hair weave things. I mean, those aren't really. That's not his hair. So you kind of start seeing that stuff. And back when you're watching it for the first time, you're so caught up in all of it, you don't see all those little mistakes.
Right, because you're watching the movie.
Yeah. So I remember watching. So I've read the mistake things in Braveheart, which I love to do. I haven't noticed them all. Apparently, somebody's wearing a wristwatch in one of the battle scenes or something like that. But I remember watching the battle scenes, and so if you watch, especially the really distant people, who are fighting, because they don't want to distract from the front action, so they tell the people far off not to be really, really heavy into battle.
Or flamboyant.
Yeah.
Over
so
the top.
I remember watching Braveheart at one point in the battle, and there's these two guys, and they each have a pole, and they're just kind of going left, right, left, right, left, right, really slow, no energy. Yeah, boom, boom, and like
they're doing reps or something.
Yeah, it's like they're friends, and they're not even really in fighting, and you're just like, okay, that kind of ruins the whole thing.
What I love is when you watch a movie and it's like a ginormous crowd.
Yeah.
And beyond the first maybe 2 layers of people, they start to repeat.
Yeah.
It's like we couldn't get that many extras.
Yeah.
So we're just going to pop them in there again at a farther away depth.
But I feel like that's kind of that's gotten better. That doesn't happen as much as it used to. Like in the early days, definitely.
Yeah. And it happens a lot in animated things because you can't draw that many people.
No, I used to, when I was a kid, even like Bugs Bunny was running, you would see the same tree pass by
over and over.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so special thing today that we're doing, I forgot to tell you, which is a special episode. Today, special episode.
No, you told me about it already. You said we were going to have...
No.
Oh.
This is totally different.
Oh.
Today, on this show, Thrift Store Gift Party.
Nuh-uh.
Yes. We haven't done it.
You didn't tell me I would have gone to the thrift store.
Well, part of it is a surprise. And we haven't done it in like over a year.
Well, give me what I got coming.
So if you don't know, Thrift Store Gift Party. So I do a lot of thrift storing. I like to do thrift stores. I go to Goodwill probably twice a week. Just to browse. It's just fun. You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes you don't find anything. But I just like to go look. And so Thrift Store Gift Party. Boy, that was almost like
that was tough.
Another language.
That was tough.
Thrift Store Gift Party is the part of the show where one of us will go to a thrift store, and buy items for the other person.
Random items.
Mm-hmm. And they're definitely random. So I got you some random items. Just a few.
Okay.
We're gonna do it.
Now, I've told you this every time you do this.
Uh-huh.
Please don't buy me things.
Well, they're all things. So here's the thing: if you don't like it, you take it back to the thrift store.
There you go.
That's the whole thing. And sometimes you might like it. I think
There's been a few things that you've purchased from a thrift store that I absolutely adore. They still hang on my walls.
I predict every single one of those will happen this time. I think everything I bought you're going to love.
Let's try it out. Let's go.
All right.
Do I have to shut my eyes or what?
Yeah, here's the way. I think the way it works is you shut your eyes, because I don't have it. It's all just in a little grocery bag. You shut your eyes. Yeah, hold out your hands, and I'll put it in your hands, and you tell me what you think it is, and then you can open your eyes whenever you want to.
Okay.
All right.
Go.
Doing this. Put it in your hand now.
This feels like a calculator. It's a label maker.
It's an actual label maker, and I think it's brand new. Look, so here's what I discovered.
What?
So, by the way, I have one of these.
I know you do.
It's almost the exact same thing, and they're very cool and very useful. All right, so here's the thing. You open it up, and you can change this cartridge.
There's still a
it's
cartridge in there.
totally full. And here's the batteries. Look. When you open up the battery thing, it's got this little thing right here. So I think that the batteries haven't even been used. And if they have, they haven't been replaced because that hasn't been taken off. So I think it's brand new, but of course it doesn't have the. You'll probably have to put new batteries, and you can use electric AC adapter here if you want to.
Okay.
I wasn't talking on my mic. Do you think people could hear me?
I don't know what's happening.
And you'll need new batteries. So if you can't figure out how to use it, I'll let you know. But you can just look up the.
I've used label makers before,
and you can always look up the manual online too.
Thank you. Do you remember when label makers actually had that plastic and you had and it punched out numbers?
I
in
loved
it?
Those things.
My dad had several of those because he worked in what used to be called telecommunications.
Yep.
And he used to have to label things all the time. And he would get mad because I would use up his entire tape.
Just doing poetry or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever. Or writing
fun.
Bad words,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was that kid.
Okay, well now you have another, and they're very useful. And easy
for writing
to use.
bad words.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
Yay! Thank you.
Right. That's number one gift. I'm going to give you number two gift here.
Okay.
Number two.
Don't put number 2 in my hands.
Let me see. I know what I want to give you, but I can't find it. The hell did I do with that?
Did you eat
there
it?
It is. Nope.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. Put it in your hand.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, feeling it. Feel it, baby.
What the heck is that?
What is it? Ding, doo, 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 doo.
It's a C. It's
a C.
It's a metal C.
It actually matches your shirt. That's so weird. I didn't even plan on that.
Is that backwards?
I guess you can just put it on a shelf, hang it up. I don't care what
It's
you do
just a decorative C.
It's a decorative C, and your name. So I actually found a box, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the initials on the box would be your exact initials if your name started with an S.
But it doesn't.
It doesn't. So it was not.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. But I did find the C.
Well, thank you. I will put that somewhere, and thank you for appreciating my love of things that hang and don't have to sit on shelves.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want to do with it.
I'm going to hang that on the wall. Or maybe from my desk because I have to go back to the office soon.
You can always stand there and go, oh, say, can you? If you want to, I mean.
I won't.
All right, close your eyes.
Okay.
Here comes another one, and this, you'll know why I gave you this. Just see what you can figure out there. Feeling around on it. Yeah, you can see what it is there. Feeling into it. Checking it out.
It feels like a bowl.
It feels like a bowl.
It feels like a dish like you would feed a pet in.
Okay, like a pet bowl.
That's exactly what it is.
It's a kitty bowl. You got so many kitties now.
I got two kitties
now.
now.
I figured you might need a new cat bowl.
Oh, and no.
They do kind of look like
No.
each other, sort of, just like cartoon versions. Like, there's several different ones there. But anyway,
That's cute. Thank you.
put some food in there if you want,
Yeah, I will.
or throw it away. I don't know.
No, I'm going to use it. I've been
cool.
meaning to get another cat bowl
Yeah.
because Because I can't do dishes.
One of the things I discovered, now we have 3 cats now. Mm-hmm. We have 3 cats now. And one of the things I've discovered with 3 cats is, number 1, you can never have enough litter boxes. And number 2, you can never have enough cat bowls. So
this is true.
That's one of the things I bought for myself when I was at the thrift store, was little containers for cat bowls.
That's actually where I found a couple of my cat dishes too, was at the thrift store, because they say they shouldn't eat out of plastic.
Yeah, really.
They should eat out of ceramic or metal. Mm-hmm. And so whenever I go to a thrift store, I look for small, like, ceramic type bowls. Mm-hmm. And they're like 50 cents.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Shutting my eyes.
All right. Next one.
It's a book.
It's a book.
There's no way I would know what kind of book it is.
You can't know what it is until you look and see what it is.
It's George Takei's book. They Called Us Enemy. Mm-hmm. It's his New York Times bestseller.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a kitty ate it too.
It does look like a kitty had a field day with it, actually.
But it's a graphic novel. It's all about his experience in the camps.
Yeah. Oh, graphic novel about camps.
And I think this is the book that was actually, or this might have, I don't remember. I think this book was one that was made into a Broadway show.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe this book was based on the book that was based. Anyway, they're all kind of connected.
I just saw a pregnant woman having a baby.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, anyway, I know you like George.
I do.
And I know you like graphic
book.
novels. And it's a story that seems like it'd be really interesting.
I'm going to read this. I'm going to start reading tonight.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. One more.
One more present?
Yeah. Have I done good so far?
Actually, yeah.
I told you. You're going to want to keep them all.
Okay.
All right. Got one more present.
That's because you haven't bought anything I have to lay flat on a shelf.
Okay. Let me see.
I hear a bag of something.
That's your mom. All right, here we go.
Okay, it's wrapped in paper.
Yes.
I'm going to
I would just
carefully... Okay, just open my eyes. What the hell is this?
I mean...
Why would you buy me chickens?
They're cute.
You bought me chickens.
They're cute little chickens.
What the hell? Why would
there
you buy
go.
me chickens?
It's the chicken family. Little shelf chickens. There you go.
There's a daddy and a mommy and a baby. You bought me chickens. Something that I have to put on a shelf.
There you go. All right, chicken.
So I knew you couldn't resist.
They're cute. Look at them. How can you resist the little chickens there? They're cute.
Why did you buy me
They're
chickens?
white with black rings around them and little red combs in their hair and little red beaks, and they're great. They're chickens.
And they got
cool.
Little wire feet.
Yeah, and they stand up good. You can put them anywhere you want.
Oh my word!
But you just never know when you eat
People are going to come to my house and go, Sherry,
where'd you get the chicken family?
Why do you have a chicken family?
No, they're going to come to your house and go, I love your chicken family.
And I'll be like, you want them?
Okay. You can do what you want to. They're yours. Well, anyway, there you go. That's a Thrift Store Gift Party.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking of me and my unadoptable chickens.
All right, there you go.
That's very cute. I have chicken.
What is that? Oh, that's my phone. Hold on, that's a call we're waiting on. Hello? Hello?
Hello, this is Hell. Please hold for Satan.
Hello, this is Satan.
Hello? Yes, where...
Hello? Hello? What the hell?
Satan, I think you have your mute button on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
I turn it on so callers can't hear all the screams in the background.
Of course. So, Satan, what can we do for you? How can we help you?
I want to register a complaint about your evil episode.
Oh, that's right. Our evil episode last week. You're probably mad we said you don't exist.
Of course I exist. I'm looking at me right now. You know what I see? Me! Because I exist. How can you say I don't exist? You know what doesn't exist? Your podcast audience. That's what doesn't exist.
Well, that's mean. Apparently you listen, though.
I only listen for the light beer review. Also, I like to hear Sherry's dating fail stories. Always cracks me up.
Oh, really? You know, I've seen some of your photos, Satan. You're not bad looking. I have a weakness, actually, for evil men with beards. What are you doing this weekend?
Forget it. Not interested. I already have my eye on a cutie I plan on making the next Ms. Satan.
Oh, that's exciting. Who is she?
Amber Heard.
You know, I'd like to get to know you a little bit better, Satan. What do you do for fun there in hell?
I kick back with a steaming hot brew and watch my favorite comedy.
Well, that does sound like fun. What's the comedy?
The ID channel.
All right, Satan, if you like comedy, I have a dad joke for you.
That's convenient because I like torture too.
You're going to like this. Where does the devil do his dishes?
I make Hitler do all my dishes.
Helsinki.
That joke just got you your own private room in hell.
Look, we're sorry you were offended by our evil episode, Satan, but it's true. We don't believe you exist. You're a figment of our imagination, a phantom, a non-existent personality.
Like Lindsay Lohan?
Hey, you know what? That's not fair. Lindsay Lohan is just not as famous as she once was. But she's still around. She fell on some hard times, but she'll be back.
You probably believe Jar Jar Binks is really a Sith Lord.
Well, it does make sense.
I'm through playing around now. Say I exist or I'll tell everyone how many times you masturbated in one single day.
Oh, wow. I remember that. I was 16.
It was last year.
That's beside the point. We're allowed to speak our opinion. Satan, if you don't like it, you can just beat it.
Like you did last year.
That's enough.
You can't go around saying people don't exist when it's obvious they do exist. It's slanderous and it's illegal. In fact, I've already contacted my attorney who will be calling me any moment about filing a lawsuit against you.
Excuse me, Satan? Rudy Giuliani is online too.
Okay, I need to take that call.
Wait, before you go, you know, you should come be a real guest here on our show. Come on down to Atlanta, Satan, and we'll do a longer interview with you.
No, I could never come to Atlanta.
Why not?
It's way too hot for me.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we can't change our episode, and we aren't going to change our minds. We don't think you exist. You're just going to have to sue us. Is there anything else? Anything else you'd like to say before we hang up?
Yes, I do have my own podcast. I'd like you to listen and subscribe. Please comment and give me some stars.
Okay, goodbye, sir.
I also have a TikTok.
There, so how about that? A guest.
Wow.
Special guest. You know, we don't always have special guests on the show, but when we do, boom, we go right straight to the big guys.
And they rarely actually just interrupt the show.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
It's like we give them a time and they just don't.
Some people don't respect other people's boundaries.
That's also true.
Okay, so how are we doing on? Are you all right? We done? Should we wrap it up?
We're almost done.
Yeah.
There's a couple things we need to talk about.
Okay.
Remember we started a couple months ago, we started back up the best of.
Yeah, I think that the best way to do that is just to do it every whenever we have something. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Do you have one this week?
I can come up with something. I have a best of. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go first or you want me to?
I don't care. Anyway.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Best of
Your best of the week
is it's a balsamic glazed salmon fillet.
Balsamic glazed salmon fillet.
Say that 5 times fast.
I don't want to.
Because you wouldn't like it.
Where did you get this?
Your wife.
You got it from my wife?
I did.
Oh.
She made it special for me. She made the glaze herself.
Really?
Yep.
She won't do that for me because I don't like them.
Well, yeah. Well, do you blame her? And
No, I don't blame her.
She made to go with that a salad of microgreens
Okay.
with feta cheese
Okay, like that.
and blueberries.
Oops, lost me.
With a she mixed it. She tossed it in a small amount of no. Let's not have any tossed salad jokes.
Oh, she hates those.
I know. She didn't know what it meant for the
she'll
longest
flip
time.
out. Yeah.
But she tossed her salad in a creamy kind of avocado dressing.
Okay, I could do that.
Oh, so yummy.
Yeah, I don't like the sweet stuff in the salads, but other than that,
It was
I
just
can go with
blueberries.
all this. Yeah, then hang with that.
They're not that sweet.
They are to me.
Okay.
I'll have them in a fruit salad, but not a regular salad.
Well, let me
Fruit
just
salads
say,
are good.
that's the best thing I've eaten all week.
Okay. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, I owe it all to your wife because I didn't pay for shit.
Well, she'll be glad to hear that. Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right. So here, I'm excited about this. I always am a little surprised, disappointed. Well, let me just say this. I always feel like if there is a really good something out in the world, I should know about it.
Why?
Like, I don't know. I just feel like it will automatically kind of funnel my way.
Through osmosis.
Yeah, not just like over time. If something's really, really good, eventually I'll find out about it.
Okay.
And I don't mean, I mean like pretty soon,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Like early on.
Yeah. So, in one example, which I've talked about on the show, is when I first discovered the band Bare Naked Ladies, which I really loved in the 90s, and I listened to them a lot.
Yes.
Was it the 90s? Yes, it was. And I remember when I first heard them, I listened to their live album, which I still love. But it was just weird to me that I didn't know any of these songs. I didn't know the band. I barely heard of the band. I didn't know anything about it. And all these people were singing their songs because these people had heard like 3 albums before
Yep.
that. And I was like, where have they been? Where have I been? Why is this news to me?
We not connected at some point.
I should have known about this.
Yes.
Why didn't people come to my house and say, you should be listening to Bare Naked Ladies?
Right.
And so that's what I feel about, like, every once in a while, I'll find out something. It might be a movie. It might be a TV show. And I'll be like, how was I this late to find out?
Late to the
about
party syndrome.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like that. I discovered an artist. I didn't discover them like Christopher Columbus discovered America. No,
Well, he didn't either, but
no.
okay, move on.
I'm saying the same thing. I didn't discover that way, but I discovered for myself this artist, and I gotta share. So and I'm not yet going to talk about how I discovered the artist because it was through somebody else, and just
osmosis.
Like, yeah. And then I was just like, okay, well, I think I'm going to look up this artist. And I did. And I was like, holy crap. Why have I not been familiar with this person before? So the artist, it's a singer-songwriter. She sings Americana music, that genre.
Folkish?
I would call it like neo-country, which... It's like, well, first of all, it covers a lot of artists in there.
Yeah.
Like Jason Isbell, who I love, is also considered an Americana artist. So it's
Okay.
really like, it's country, but it's not like George Strait, Alan Jackson type of country.
Okay.
It's not like Willie Nelson, Hank Williams kind of country.
Okay.
So it's more country flavor. And it is a little bit of a folk flavor, too.
Is it bluegrassy?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I guess some Americana could be bluegrassy, but not always. So I would just say, like, if you said Harry Chapin. Remember Harry Chapin?
Nope.
Cats in the Cradle in the
Oh,
Silver
yeah.
Spoon.
Yep.
That, in some ways, would be considered Americana. All right? It's not really country, but it's country flavored. It kind of is. And he wrote some pieces that actually could be considered country.
Sure.
So anyway, there you go. But this artist is from Austin, Texas, and her name is Betty Sue.
Betty Sue.
And look her up. It's spelled Betty, just like you would think, Betty, and Sue spelled Soo. It's like all run in together.
All one word.
Yep,
Betty Sue.
Betty Sue. So go to bettysue.com. You can see videos. You can listen to her. So I don't know what it is. Every once in a while, I come across an artist that something about their voice, it just gets into my blood. You know? It's just like it's just like putting on shoes that you just love. Because there's a lot of artists that I liked, but it took me a long time to love them.
I bet you I can name 3, and I'm horrible with names.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Tom Waite.
No, I think Tom took a while for me to get a taste for.
Okay, so I was wrong on the first guess.
But see, the Tom Waits, that's, you know the time when I bought all these albums and I was like really soaking myself. It was a discovery. And Tom, I don't know that anybody can tolerate Tom immediately. It takes a while.
It's tough. What about Jonathan Brooks?
Yes, she was one of them.
Okay. And poof, and now it's gone. Very depressed, smoked, lived at the Chelsea Inn. Leonard Cohen.
Oh. Maybe. I think when I first heard Leonard Cohen stuff, I was like, what? I didn't get it.
See, for me...
But then when I listened to it...
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just took me a while. Because Leonard Cohen, like early Leonard Cohen, is kind of Bob Dylan with some talent.
Yeah.
And later, I don't know what, something happened to his voice, and he lost the ability to kind of sing, and he really just kind of rapped.
Like rapping, yeah.
But he had this really low, resonant voice that is just amazing to listen to, and he just...
You can feel it in your spine.
He just kind of sings through everything.
Yep.
And it's wonderful, and he's a poet, and he wrote some great poetry, and so it's almost like two different artists, really.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, but that's the same of a lot of people that have had a career that long that they start out as one thing and end up as another.
But I can remember the first time I really got into Leonard Cohen, I was watching a documentary, and I think Bono from U2 was on it, and a bunch of other people, and they were talking about him and how influential he was. Mm-hmm. And then so when I listened to it, I was like, oh, really? I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until I just really started listening to it. But this artist, Betty Sue, it's just one of those that you just, as soon as I hear the voice, I'm just like, I'm home. You know, that's what it feels like. And it's hard to explain.
No,
and not everybody's going to have the same feeling. Everybody has the same feeling, but with different artists. You know, a different artist can make you feel that way. But it's just something about her poetry, something about her voice, something about her performance and her music. It's just what I like. And it's just like... it's just like, this is mine.
Well, I'm gonna have to listen.
I listened to several of her albums all the way through today, and they're all great. I would just say look her up. You know, she's got some videos on YouTube, but you can also listen to her albums or buy her albums or whatever, and it's definitely worth it. If you like singer-songwriter and you like especially kind of Americana, and this is not, I wouldn't call this country at all.
No.
Maybe, do you know Alison Krauss?
Yeah.
She was a little bluegrass and definitely country, but there were times that some of the stuff she did, you couldn't say it was country.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even, I mean, Americana is really good. The roots, American roots, you can hear a little country, you can hear some jazz in there, you can hear a little pop, you can hear a little bit of everything. And so, but man, it is really, really good. So I just want everybody to listen to her.
I will do that very thing.
I gotta. She was in Atlanta in April. I had no idea because I didn't know anything about her.
Because you didn't know who she was.
But I gotta get her to perform at the gallery. I gotta get her to come up and do.
How many albums does she have?
Well, she does that. She does like home shows. A lot of artists do that. They'll go and do a show in your home
for money.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying I'll do it for free. I'm just saying if we have an event, she could come and perform in front of a group at the gallery. Okay. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find out how much she wants first.
Yeah, that's going to be the thing. But, I think I can make it happen at some point. Not right now, but.
It's funny that you mentioned that because that reminds me when I was 8, I used to go out. This is going to sound horrible. I had been out a few times, 8 and 9. I'd been out a few times to some of the clubs in LA, like the Troubadour and stuff like that. And I got in just without an ID or anything. Because back then, whatever.
Yeah,
you look
cares?
old enough.
Yeah.
Come on in. But you weren't able to. It was 18 and over, so you weren't able to buy a drink without a band. But unless you wanted a band, you didn't have to show your ID. Mm-hmm. So I went and I used to see Lace. It was a band called Lace.
Okay.
This is the 80s, and they were like one of the first hair bands that I was familiar with.
Okay. Dudes?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like it would be like all women. Remember what, like, was it Fox or Foxy or something? They were all women metal band?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Lace, they were very glam.
Yeah.
Before glam
imagine.
involved like glitter.
Yeah.
They were more just like leather and lace kind of stuff. And my friends across the street, they were twins, and they were having a big birthday party. It was either their 16th or their 18th, and I believe it was their 16th. And they were always very nice to us, my sister and myself. And they used to let us come over and hang out and stuff. And so they were having a birthday party in their backyard, and Lace played there.
Nice.
And I'm like, what? We live in a suburb in West Covina, California. Why is Lace playing in your backyard? And I've seen them at the Troubadour. I don't understand what is happening.
Money. They need money.
Yeah, well, their parents had money. So
sure.
That's what happened.
Daddy paid for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I just so into this artist. I want other people to listen to her. I think her first album, 2007. So it's just like, I've missed all of this time in her career.
That's a long time.
Totally.
Yeah.
She's been going on. That's what I can't understand. Why have I never heard of her? And I'm not into the Austin scene much, but
if you knew she was there, you would be.
She apparently is like a big deal there. So anyway, give it a listen. I think I might see if I can put a video up on our website and maybe Facebook.
Yeah, get permission, obviously.
No, you can share.
Oh, that's right. You can share
video anytime you want.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So that's the best of the week.
Yeah, that's it. Best of.
Sure.
Good stuff. Your wife's food and Betty Sue's music.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
So what do you think of this drink that we ended up having to drink because I forgot to get beer?
All right, so I want to give this a 4.
Wow.
But I feel like I just feel like it's not fair because it's freaking Seagram's Ice and
Smirnoff.
So Smirnoff, sorry Seagram's, maybe they own it. I don't know.
Two totally different companies. But all right.
I just don't feel like it's fair, so I'm going to give it a 3.5. I just feel like the 4 should be reserved for beer. It just tastes like lemonade. It's fun. It's like lemonade with a little kick.
And now you know why I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I like the grape.
No judgment.
No, I
judgment.
love the grape. I used to drink it frequently. And
okay.
So it's it's a nice little just sweet drink.
It's
a nice alcoholic beverage for the kids. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yes, it is.
But I like it a lot, and I'm just gonna say 3.5.
Good for you.
But it's 3.5 with a good 4 involved.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 4.
What?
But that's because I have a 6-pack of it in my fridge most of the time.
Yeah, it's good. It tastes like Sprite. I'm not a huge. I mean, it's a little sweet, It's just like a
little bit
drink.
sweet. Yeah, you can't have like more than 2 or 3 at breakfast
or anytime. Why are you drinking 2 or 3 Smirnoff Ice for breakfast? I mean, that's
to get over the vodka I drank the night before.
All right, you're gonna have all kinds of problems if you're not careful. Anyway, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
All right, good stuff. All right, that's all we got to talk about. Let's talk about how people can find us.
They can find us by emailing us at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com, or they can find us on the World Wide Web.
Yeah, which I haven't updated in a while. I keep forgetting about it. I got to get up there and put new shows up and stuff. Yeah. Holy crap, I'm way behind on those.
Yes, you are. Our website is thisepicdisaster.com.
Yeah.
We also have a presence on Instagram, Twitter, but mostly Facebook.
We're on Facebook.
Yeah, and of course we're just Facebook/This Epic Disaster. Yep. And we have a special super secret group called the Disaster Baiters. And that is
also
a
on
Facebook group. Yeah, and all you have to do to become a member is A, ask, and B, don't be a dick.
Yeah, and the don't be a dick part is just to us. You can be a dick the rest of the time of your life. Just don't do it to us.
Yeah, just not on that page.
Yeah.
Because if you're a dick in that group, you will be kicked out immediately. We have stickers. We have so many stickers that I left an entire bag of stickers at my friend's house the other night and completely forgot that I brought them inside. So I'm going to have to get those from him next time I see him. But we have enough to send you some if you want them. Just send us an email at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com and say, hey, I want some stickers.
Yeah.
This is my address.
I was just thinking that this week because I found a bunch of them and I was like, man, we still got a bunch of these left. And I'm designing new ones and I want to have some new ones printed up. but I don't want to be stuck with a whole bunch of stickers. So we'd love to get rid of some. If you're a new listener and you don't have any stickers, we'll send you some for free.
And if you just want to promote us, you know, you can stick stickers in places. And you don't even have to stick them.
Yeah.
You can just put them like in 6 packs of beer at a store.
Yeah.
And people will take the beer home and they'll find the sticker and they'll listen to us.
You know what I used to do? I would go downtown and I would I would take the back off and I would have it in my palm and I would just walk by a pole and just kind of slap the pole.
I don't know why you were being all sly about it because there's stickers all over Atlanta's
I know, but
poles.
I don't want people to see it. I just people be like, "Excuse me, sir, are you slapping the pole?" I'll be like, "No, not slapping the pole."
I don't think that's.
I just happened to walk by and slap this pole, but I'm not trying to slap the pole.
I think what you're thinking about is punching the clown.
It's a lot of different things. But you could do that.
You could.
And if you had 10 of them, you could
or more.
You could do that 9 times and then have one still left over for yourself.
Put one on your car.
Yep.
Put one on your friend's car.
I'm not saying do it, but you can actually make a prom tux out of the sticker. Yeah.
Or a prom dress.
Yeah, either way.
That would be cute.
Anyway, this Epic Disaster, we have a new show coming out every Monday. And that's pretty much it. We would like to hear from you. Please drop us a line. If you have if you need some advice about dating, if you need some advice about life in general, you just reach out. Ask us questions.
Because I'm great at life advice.
Yeah.
I am awesome at relationship advice. I just don't follow it.
And I do some dream interpretations. So, yeah, we'd love to talk to you. If it's something that you really have a big problem with and you don't want us to be jokey about it, you might want to let us know.
Might want to let us know that it's an actual problem.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can find a good therapist in your area. But we'll still try and help you, seriously, in a serious way.
Yeah,
if we can.
And we're friends with Satan now, so we can maybe pull some strings.
We got connections.
Yeah, although it might cost you your soul. But anyway, we can work something out. Anyway, we will talk to you next week. Here, same place.
We'll be here.
Yeah.
Will you?
Yeah, hopefully.
That's the question.
All right, we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.